Hello everyone, it's Mistborn here, and I'm just going to be running through today base building. And this isn't going to be a comprehensive, this is how everything has to be. This is to give you a sort of a foundation that you can build on, and also something you can use to spot weaknesses in other bases. Today's focus is going to be on kill islands. Now, what's a kill island? It's kind of what it says in the tin. It is an island designed to absolutely destroy dragons. It's a single really solid point in your base that you can use to, well, essentially brute force your way to victory. It involves max level towers for your level, and it involves a very specific kind of setup. There is some variation in it if you want, but there are a few things that are completely non-negotiable. So we'll start with that. First of all is as high a level dark flak as you can manage at your level. So mine, for me, 35 is the max I can have at this level. And this thing absolutely claps people. It's 2 taps people, nice and easy. You have to have one of these. It's the highest damage dragon in the game. No choice. You have to have that. 2 other things, red and blue mage. You don't want these to be weak. You want these to be relatively strong so they can take a few hits. Because as soon as they go down, spells can be used. Have those as strong as you can. Option number 2, not option number 2, but the last 2 towers. On my kill island, as you can see, I've got a fire and an ice turret. Fire turret is a mistake. I built that before there was other options, really. I was sat there thinking I should have used a storm tower, but it is what it is. I've got the fire tower because it does a lot of damage. And it does the increased damage dealt to dragons. That damage dealt to dragons isn't great. It's not going to turn a 1-tap, a 2-tap into a 1-tap for a dark flak. And if you get the shaft, which is a bit iffy because it takes so long, it does a lot of damage, but that's about it. Honestly, that needs to be replaced, which is in progress. Ice Tower. This is a lot better because it gives a shield. It makes everything on this island much more difficult to kill. It also slows ammo regen for hunters, which is okay. It's not a massive thing. And it also does reasonable damage, so ice turrets are fine. You don't need it, but it helps. Ideally, you'd want to swap this for a storm tower. Storm towers are amazing. It means that they physically don't have a choice. They can't focus this, or this, because there's a storm tower protecting them. It means these have got free reign to do what they want, and you can just continue to rain death on the dragons while they're trying to desperately kill your storm tower. You can swap your ice turret for a fire flak, which is honestly the better thing to do, and you're probably thinking, why would I want a fire flak? Again, a lot of abilities have secondary uses. So Super Shot doesn't just do damage, it reduces dragon damage by 50% for 2.5 seconds. That means that this lovely little storm tower here would be have to take twice as many hits, meaning it's a lot harder to kill. It would also mean that this dark flak takes 50% less damage if it's being hit at the time. And it does reasonable damage. You don't have to sit and wait for it to charge up for 3 years. And this isn't a 50% damage reduction shield. The fire flak basically reduces a lot more damage. So that's your sort of kill island setup. Dark flak, mage towers, and kind of your choice of the 2 others: ice, storm, fire flak. You can have a fire turret if you want, but it's not great. If you've already got one that's really strong, stick it in there for now, but you ideally want to tweak it, which is what I'm doing now. I'm building up my fire flak and my storm tower here because this is a mistake. Now, you've got a rough idea what you want for your kill island. Remember, these towers need to be as strong as you can for your level. So 35 is the strongest I can be at my level. These are a bit weak, but again, we're working on it. Now, where do you put this island? There are some places you can put it. You cannot put them in certain places. Never put a kill island here, or or on this island here, or here. Because you get a massive run up to that tower, and just take shots at it. There's nothing you can do. The dragon will have half killed your base before it even gets there. You want it here, 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 or here, so that when they come around the corner, they are immediately in range. There is no time for them to just wail on this. Within half a second, that's hitting them. That's hitting them immediately. That's going to start channeling immediately. That's what you want. There's a reason these places can be chosen. It's here you've got your perch. Now you're probably thinking, perch, why do I care? Those things do no damage. Depending on the type of dragon you've got on there, if it's a high enough rarity, it gives your towers boosts. So this one gives my towers a health boost, which means everything here is slightly more tanky. Can't complain about that. I don't need this to do damage. This is literally here to make everything else last longer. That's one of the reasons you'd pick here or here. Now, if you picked here, what are the advantages? You can have a rage drain here, and I've prepared a base earlier. Where are you? There he is. So this is a rage drain island. It's an island basically full of mage towers. These towers will drain your rage completely. You'll come around this corner here to attack this dark flak and everything here with maybe 1.5 rage if you get lucky. It's a lot harder to take on that island with no rage. Now this isn't a perfect base because dark flak's a little bit lower level. I mean, I'm 80 levels lower and I'm just 2 levels of dark flak less. But it's just to demonstration purposes. That rage drain needs to be red and blue mages together, so you can't use one like a coloured spell to avoid it. But you literally come around that corner with no rage, and you've got to deal with these towers here. You've got your storm tower to protect your dark flak. Got your ice tower here, if I could hit it. Ice turret to shield everything to make it harder to deal with. You've got your mages to drain rage and block spells. And you've got, because it's on the middle island, you can use some long range towers like fire flaks and fire turrets in case they make it across the kill island, if you want to. But that gives you a rough idea of how to set up your base. If you see things like, let's say for example, a rage drain that is all one colour, you know that's a weakness. You can abuse that. If it's all reds, you can cloak straight past it and dodge the super shots, wasting all of them. You can, if it's blue and nothing else, you can chuck a freeze on it, and that will cancel the super shots mid-flight. If there's not a red mage protecting the dark flak, stick a freeze on it, stick a death gaze. If there's no storm tower, you can brute force the tower. You can quickly, brute force the flak. If there's no damage reduction or shielding of any kind for the flak, full well you can just blow it up. If there's no mages, no blue mages, you can cloak past it, you can shield past it. There's a whole bunch of things you can look out for. But that's just a rough idea of what you can look out for. The other thing you want is very strong farms. My farms right now are about 30% of my base's health. If you do not kill or do significant damage to these farms, you cannot beat my base. You want these as far back as you can as well, because as far back as you can, or on this island here, so you can stick a health boost on them. But that's kind of it. You don't want them at the front because people can use them to regen rage, but you don't want them in the middle here. You want them out of the way. But that is the guide in a nutshell. Things to sum up: on your kill island, max level towers, dark flak and 2 mages are non-negotiable. You can kind of mix and match depending on what you've already got, but the ideal is fire flak, storm tower, dark flak, 2 mages. But that is the thing in a nutshell. If you've got any questions, just let me know, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.